Welcome to Shaky Sports Journeys. T20 World Cup content continues to come, and I thought, got to get two good guests on from the Scotland team after a couple of fantastic victories. And who better than my favourite Cricket Scotland cricketer, Mr. Mark Watt, and closely followed by the chap at the bottom of the screen here, Chris Greaves. How are you, chaps?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
Yeah, good, Shaky. Yeah, cheers for having us.
Pleasure to have you. Now, before we go any further, we've been trying to get this recorded actually for about 2 or 3 days. And Mr. Greaves, who I hear has got a little bit dodgy timekeeping, has just got lost at sea with Richie Berrington. Tell us what's just happened and why you're late for this podcast, Mr. Greaves.
Yeah, Shaky. Yeah, honestly, it was meant to be a little gentle paddle out to sea and go do a little bit of snorkeling. But Barrow had some other ideas, trying to take some rough sea on. So we eventually set base, and on our way back, we realized we just couldn't take on the waves. So we got rescued by a very reliable brownie on the jet ski, who unfortunately tipped us on the way back to shore. So we've been swimming half the way. So it's been good fun, great fun.
Listen, great. If you'd said something like, I'm just at the shops, mate, just grabbing a bit of this and that, I might have been a little bit more cheesed off. But when Watty sent the screenshot into our group chat and said I think it was a message from Barrow saying we're stuck at sea, I was actually concerned that you got back safely as well, mate. So I'm glad you've made it. Listen, lads, couple of fantastic performances from you. I'll come to you first, Greavo. Little unknown to me, not because I've not heard of you, but you play in a different part of Scotland when you were here. I've not really seen you over in the West much. But where have they been hiding you, mate? You come out in that first game against Bangladesh and you really announce yourself on the tournament.
Yeah. Well, first of all, obviously, playing in the East, it's been great fun. And obviously, we haven't got to, bump into each other and have a good chat. But no, the squad that we're in is, filled with amounts of talent right through, and it was a great opportunity, being put under the pump, and it's nice to be, like I said, it was nice to be that guy that could step up and try and make a difference. And I was just very fortunate that I was able to contribute. Having Watty there also made things a little bit easier, but no, it was great fun. It's taking each day by day. Really enjoying it. It's still very new to me. Although I've been around the squad for a long time, all the work that has been put in to get to this point makes it a little bit more meaningful. So, just very thankful I've got this opportunity.
Oh, great to hear, mate. Watty, you both come together at the crease, 53 for 6. I'm not going to lie, I'm thinking this is going to take something special to even get over 100 here right now. What's the conversation between both of you?
Just said, to be honest, I think first we said, what the fuck's happening here? And let's just take
the language there, folks.
Apologies. Let's take it easy. Take each ball as it comes, get ourselves in, then let's start going for it a bit, because you can't just kind of sit back and try and get yourselves to 90 or 100. You need to get a competitive score on the board. So, yeah, we just kind of took it each ball as it comes, got ourselves in, and then kind of game plan started coming together and started taking on a bit more risks. But I think they're all calculated risks and shots that we are happy to go through with, and nothing too outrageous. I'll say nothing too outrageous. Greavo's hitting spinners for 6 behind point. So, nothing too outrageous. But yeah, I just think, we're just switched on, and just, when you have that adrenaline thing, things starts falling into your place. And it was just great fun being out there with Greavo.
You mentioned that shot, mate. I've tweeted about that shot a couple of times now. I've spoke about it on a podcast with Preston as well. Really quite a ridiculous shot to play. I don't mean that personally, mate. I mean it as in, for the ball to be inside you, a foot probably the wrong way that you would have wanted it. You probably would have wanted it about here somewhere. How did you manage to get the power on that to take that kind of distance?
Yeah, thanks. To be honest, like I said to Watty, I said, I actually panicked. It wasn't where I wanted it at all. And I just thought, having those two men up on the ring, if I could just get it over them, it's a good opportunity. And it is a shot that I have been working on. But not to that extreme. So just thankfully, yeah, it was a bit crazy. I was thinking about it afterwards, you know, like trying to work it all out and to get it all the way there over the ropes. So yeah, it was good fun. And like what he said, you know, we had some good conversations saying like, what are we going to do here? We both had no clue. We were just going with it, you know. But no, it was brilliant. Great fun.
Well, listen, that is T20 cricket. At the end of the day, sometimes you've got to just ride the wave and you've just got to go. And you both just struck me as, because it didn't even take you time to get going. I think I went to the toilet for an over or something and I came back and I was like, oh, that score's jumped again. And then you managed to just keep it going. You know, Watty was rotating the strike very well as well. I thought was that something that was important, that you kept getting Greavo back on strike?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, once you face a few dots in T20 cricket, that's when the panic starts to set in. So get your ones, get your twos, get Greavo back on strike, hopefully get a boundary and over, and then you can start having some fun once you've done that. But yeah, it's just kind of just chilled and just take each ball as it comes, really.
So that's what I love about you, mate. Just chilled, man. Yeah, it's the T20 World Cup. We're under the pump here a bit against Bangladesh, but I was just like, I'll just stroll it along here. It's all good. Then you go into the field, lads. Now both of you were I mean, the bowlers started up top fantastically well. Josh Davey, Safian bowled well. Wheel bowled. Both Wheel and Davey have been excellent. But you two came on in a crucial part of the game when Shakib and Mushfiqar were batting at the crease, two of their best players. But you delivered two great sets. You even delivered a fantastic special leg spinning long hop to get rid of Shakib Al Hasan. Was that the plan?
Most definitely not. I know we had a little bit of a chat before this, and it's a very underrated delivery. But no, we just had a plan of, especially on that field, the conditions were quite wet as it is. So I was just always going to try and go across him. The fact that it was a long hop probably worked in my favor. But yeah, great scalp, and it got the ball going. A little bit of pressure as those boys came to the crease, as we know what they can do and capable of. So no, it was just great fun. It was really good.
Well, your ball to get Mushfiqar as well, I thought was a far better leggy as well. He's obviously tried to kind of lap you there. I mean, you took the leg stump, but when you get it up there, the pace you seem to bowl, batsmen seem to struggle to kind of to get after you. So is that kind of the game plan? Do you look to change the pace at all?
Yeah, I play around a little bit with it. My variations are quite key. I think, you know, like I look up to the one Rishot, you know, oh my gosh, I gone blank there. You know, like
you're still at sea.
Yeah, exactly. Still at sea. But, you know, like I look at my pace, and if I can rush the batters, that way for me is like important, especially in T20 cricket. Back of a length, it's quite hard to hit. You know, and that to me has been my main plan, with slight variations. But yeah, you know, the conditions out here have worked for me so far. So let's just hope it keeps going that way and keep enjoying it.
Watty, so difficult to get you away for boundaries in that game. You just kept making it difficult for them to score. I mean, you only bowl left arm spin. You'd think they would have tried to get underneath you a bit more, but they just didn't seem to do it. What was the key to that? I
think it's quite hard to tell, like when you're back home, but there's quite small pockets at the ground. So cow corner on both sides is quite small. So I was just thinking, like, if I can bowl really fast into the wicket, it's tough to kind of get that away unless you time it perfectly. Either that or just, and then when the rate started going up, once we got a few wickets and a few more dot balls, they're needing over like 11 and over. So then I just went to back in my Yorkers, and I've been working quite hard on wide Yorker recently. So it's been nice that's been kind of working well for me. And yeah, just trying to nail my Yorkers, and it's the best ball in T20 cricket. So I think if spinners can bowl them as well, I mean, there's no reason why you can't. So yeah, I just went to back my Yorkers, and thankfully it worked.
Wonderful viewing, lads. Really was wonderful viewing, but we caught the ball really well as well. Everything was just a pleasure to watch. We won the game. We had a game yesterday against PNG. Pretty straightforward, although again we would have had a slow start with the bat, but Richie and Crossy played two fantastic knocks. We got up a good total, although I think we were maybe 15-20 short than probably what you guys wanted to be at one point. But you defended it, and that's the main thing. But both of you again delivering with the ball. it's a key partnership you've both got going on here. What do you reckon, Greavo?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's nice having Watty on the other end, to be honest. He brings a bit of calmness, and his sense of control is always, it's a lot easier coming to the crease to, try and break a partnership or make an impact when you've got him on the other side, or, just taking a few words of wisdom from him. He's quite calm on the field. And to be honest, we've grown a little bit of a partnership there, and hopefully it continues. But yeah, he's been a massive help on my side of things. That's for sure. There's a lot of calm heads on the field, but he's definitely one that I would go to for advice.
Well, he's already talked about giving you timekeeping advice, so I'm sure that's an area he said he's going to work on as well. So it's good to hear that he wants to develop you as much as he can. Is that a fair point? You did inform me this is a Greavo slight thing. You can turn up a wee bit late here and there.
Honestly, he's shocking for it. Absolutely shocking.
I am bad.
Kenny Crichton's the manager on this trip, and apparently he was getting to the point where there's going to be like a team time to meet and a Greavo time, which is 15 minutes earlier before.
Reminds me of so very similar to like a Monty Bickball then. That's in my time.
Similar vibe, yeah.
Probably. You and Monty would get on fantastically well. Used to like both of you to turn up. You would be great together. Two leg spinners. Oh, aye, 2 leg spinners as well. Must be leg spinners. Right, lads. Big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow. What are your thoughts on it? How are you feeling about the game?
Chilled. I feel good. Boys are in a good space. Yeah, I feel pretty chilled. I think, we are the better side on paper, and we've been playing better cricket over the past month. I think we've got the upper hand going into this game, but it's just about remaining level-headed, remaining chilled, and just knowing that you've got the work. You've put in all the work over the past couple of years of training and hitting balls and all the rest of the other things. And yeah, just going out and enjoying it. We can't go in worried about doing something badly or not executing your skills. You got to go out there and enjoy it. It's a World Cup. You don't know how many more times you're going to get to play the World Cup. So when you do, you got to enjoy it.
I agree. Greavo, what are you feeling like?
No, I think very, very similar. It's just staying quite chilled, taking a day at a time. We know we've done the hard work, and hopefully it comes off. The team that we've got at the moment, we're in such a good place. Guys are playing well. Everyone's contributing at some point. But I think the most important thing is enjoy it, and we know on paper we've got it. We've just got to put it on the field tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I think as well. I think it's quite important that we've still not played nowhere near our best cricket yet. And we're still getting wins. So I think that's what great teams do, is when they're not playing at their best, they can still get the win. So hopefully we can go in and put in a proper performance tomorrow, and beat them in all 3 assets, bowling, batting and fielding.
I think the only area that's concerning me, I spoke to you about it, Watty, before you came on. Oman looked like they've got some good bowlers up top, and we haven't really fired in the opening batting lineup yet, although they are 2 of our best players who have been there, done it and performed. So I'm expecting both of them to come good. But that's probably the only part that's just been missing from our typical performances of recent times, because if Munzie goes big or Kyle gets a good start, you've got the momentum to go from that. But I just think it'll be important not to let them get us 2 or 3 down. I think it's important that we have a solid start. Fingers crossed, there's no guarantee that will happen, but I think the rest will take care of itself. I mean, if we put 170, 165, 170 out on the board again, you boys are confident defending that, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. I think it's quite important to think each game that's been played in this tournament, it's been quite unusual power play scores. They've always lost a couple of wickets and not went for too many runs. So I think new ball does quite a bit over here under lights as well. But I think tomorrow we'll see Munzie and Costa go out there and absolutely smash it. And I think the boys will be confident defending any kind of total we have. Any sort of score they post if they bat for us, we'll be happy to go out there and try and defend it.
Greavo, prediction, straightforward, Scotland victory tomorrow, please.
100%.
I like to hear it. Lads, it's been a pleasure. Greavo, it was good to finally get you on screen. I was about to tweet and say, this guy Greaves has had one big performance in the World Cup, and he's He's giving me the cold shoulder. I'm only
I'm
joking.
going to go put underneath his doorstep. One of these.
No, Shakey, I'd never do that. And honestly, it's been a great privilege to be on this. And, you know, I've been watching all of them. The work you've been doing is brilliant. So, no, thank you very much. And yeah, keep doing that good stuff.
I appreciate it, my man. I appreciate it. And listen, rooting for you boys tomorrow. Best wishes to you. Go and do your thing. And like what he said, it's just another game of cricket. Stay cool and deliver your skills. Best wishes to all the rest of the team, anyone that sees this. Thank you for coming on. Just give me 10 seconds at the end, please.
Cheers, Shakey. Thanks.